Welcome to Wrestling with the Paranormal. I have a question for you, Stan.
Oh, okay, what is it?
I want to know, are you Caleb's ex-girlfriend?
No, I am not, fool. We've had this discussion before.
That's funny, because Caleb doesn't know who it is. You gotta admit that's pretty funny.
It is a little bit, but you know what? I don't like it when I get accused of stuff I've not done, man.
Oh, yeah. Tell him what the episode's about today.
I can't say this word, damn it.
Come on, sound it out.
Mon. M-O-N, Mon. And this is it's talk?
Oh, yeah, I know that one. It's the Montauk project. Remember we worked there?
No.
Oh, yeah, your memory is erased. Anyways, hit the music.
I don't know what to say.
The Enlightened One and Cousin Stan worked on the Montauk project.
Really? So they should know this main event then pretty well, right?
Well, there's something else. If they worked on the Montauk project, it explains everything about those guys.
Are we sure?
Well, they obviously perform experiments on them, making them into the weird, twisted individuals they are today.
That is actually true. I didn't think of that. Do you know what? After this show, I need to have a word obviously with Stan because he's never ever mentioned this Montauk thing.
Well, I think his memory was wiped. He doesn't remember it.
Okay.
He couldn't even pronounce it. That's how much had been wiped from his memory.
Oh dear. It's Friday night. Well, it's Friday night for me. Is it afternoon for you? I always get confused here.
So we're streaming right now to not only YouTube, we're streaming to Facebook.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Hello, Joseph Graham. Apparently, he's the founder of Facebook now. He represents Facebook. I'm of course the patron saint of professional wrestling. I am that gingered up, bubbly, paranormal son of a bitch. I'm Canada Dry, damn it.
Boom! And I am, of course, the magician, and this is the only paranormal show made for wrestling fans by wrestling fans. The only one, by the way. There's no more in the world like it.
So what I want to know, Liam the magician.
Okay.
Have you ever pulled a rabbit out of a hat before?
I've pulled a dead rabbit out of a hat, but that's a different story.
Oh, what? You had it in there so long, you're like, oh, shit, I forgot about this thing. Oh, man. Should have fed it and shit.
Yes, that's the thing. When I was doing that actual learning that trick, people never said, you're supposed to feed the damn rabbit.
So what was it, a stuffed bunny, or what was it?
Well, it was dead after it was stuffed after it was dead.
So is this true story here?
This is a very true story.
You lost a bunny over a magic trick.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Oh, the humanity.
You know what? We've got a really jam-packed show again, right?
We were jam-packed full of goodness. We got the vault. We got Galaxy news. We got the Montauk project. We're talking time travel. We're talking mind-bending stuff. Like, this is crazy.
It is. So enough rambling on. Should we get into part one? Where should we go first?
Well, I think that if one of us can remember the password, do you remember what the password is?
I do. Well, let's see if people in the comments remember the password.
All right, let's just see if the vault will be open anyways. Let's go.
Here we go.
It looks like it's time to open up the vault.
Do you know the combination?
I just remembered what it was.
Okay, go ahead.
It's wackadoodle, man. It's wackadoodle.
I've still got the picture on my phone where it literally says wackadoodle because somebody commented it.
Maybe that's a shirt, wackadoodle, wrestling with the paranormal. Maybe the
There you
vault
go.
shirt. Wackadoodle.
There you go. So the thing is, right, yeah, we're just really doing a show and we can always just come up with a random t-shirt design at a random point.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we do here. Like, but let's look in this vault.
Mhm.
We got one that says Halloween photobomb.
Yes, I have. So we've got Halloween. I've got it down as Halloween Ghost Bomb. It's the same thing, right?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, so this is, here we go.
All right. So you got to show the one with the wolf by himself first.
Yes, that one.
All right. So you look at this picture. He just looked like he's a kid trying to be scary. Look, there's nothing in the window. We're
Nope.
good. Now go to the picture with his friend in it.
That one.
Now, if you look, looks like something's peering in the window, but you're not quite sure. Go to the
Nope.
next picture.
That one.
It actually points out where the face is.
I cannot see that from a really, really long distance.
All right, so go to the next picture. It's going to be very clear. You can see he's holding something up to the window, and he's got glasses on.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the history of this is the woman who owned the house, she had a fire.
Okay.
I heard it was just a t-shirt company. It's rumors. But there was a fire in this woman's house a number of years ago. She had to rebuild it, and one of the workers who was rebuilding the house, their father had passed on. This medium had told the woman this, and so he contacted her, and it turns out, yeah, that's my, and showed her the picture, and he's like, yeah, that's my dad. And so he had to make some peace, and the guy never appeared in their house again.
So originally, when I just seen that image, then I thought he was holding like a camera at first. You know, on the last one,
there's something in his hand.
When you said I thought
like
a
you
camera
can see a hand.
First. Yep.
You can almost see shoulders.
Yep. What does people in the comments think?
How many people are watching right now?
We've got 4 people watching right now.
Okay, yeah. This one's very interesting because you can see the features. Is he trying to get a picture of the kids too? He's like, oh, I got to get a picture of these kids in their nice little Halloween costume.
So did he actually know that?
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say sometimes I feel like these ghosts that are in the background of these photobombs, they're just like, remember me? I'm still here, kind of thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did they actually know? Was it after they obviously noticed in the picture, or was it like at the same time that it was taken?
Okay, so this is after Halloween. The mother's examining her photos of her kids or whatever, or kids' friends. I don't know who they are. But yeah, she's like, what the hell is this? And they've been hearing some weird noises around the house. And so she went in to do some experimenting. She went to a medium, and that's how she got to the bottom of it all.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it's definitely a weird one. I'm so glad we started with something really creepy and stuff like that. So, should we move on to the next one?
Let's stay on the pictures. The haunted workplace. We got 3 pictures there.
Yes. Okay, here we go. So this is the first one.
Yeah, so it looks like maybe a pancake breakfast at work.
Yep.
You can see the maple syrup there. Everyone's faces are blocked out because of, I guess, protect their identities or whatever. And you see the circle there.
Yep.
You don't really see much, do you?
Nope, none at all. So we've got a zoomed in picture for this, yeah?
Okay, well, there's 2 pictures, one zoomed and one's in zoomed even more. So go to the first zoom. Yeah, you see you can see someone's picture in the window.
Dude, I'm not being funny, but that's giving me shivers. What the hell?
Yeah, and the deal is this is right against the wall, so there's no way that someone could be back there.
No, not at all. And I've got zoomed in, even more zoomed in.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, like you can see the part and the hair and everything.
What the hell? That is creepy as hell. I mean, I think Shane just said it best.
That's creepy as FK.
That is creepy. I'm not going to lie.
So it's funny that the girl is scarier than the old man.
I don't know. I think, do you know the thing is, I feel like, do you know, horror movies and stuff like that kind of like make you a bit, you know, scared and stuff like that?
Yeah, the old man comes across as, just this old guy who's, hey guys, just trying to move on here. But it almost seems more sinister.
Mm-hmm.
Does it not? Am I wrong here?
I'm definitely saying the girl's more sinister. It's got to be.
Yeah, it just gives you the heebie-jeebs. Right? The other one, you're just like, oh, cool, a ghost, right?
But is this the perception though? Do you know we're living in? Do you know where people feel like younger people are more scarier?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like maybe because it seems like a child. Maybe
possibly. I mean, who knows?
We talked about that on one of our podcasts a long time ago. Is that children ghosts are scarier than adult ghosts?
Yeah,
especially if they're singing la la la. La, like that's just creepy as hell. You see something in your kitchen in the middle of the night when you're going to the bathroom and you see this creature singing it to you, like, yeah.
Oh, like 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you.
I'd be like, cut it out. You're messing with me, ghost. If they started singing the Freddy song.
Oh dear.
I'm like, you see that movie too?
Yes, I think everyone's seen the Halloween and the Freddy Nightmare on Elm Street and stuff like that.
All right. Now we got one that is a haunted church.
Yes, it's called Ghost Child at the Church.
Yes.
So do you want to give a bit of backstory or do you want to just hit play?
All right. So the woman in this video, she works alongside the people who are restoring the church. And as she's, taking a scene of all the stuff that's being done, she hears a noise of a child, and it's strange. Watch this.
Here we
An
go.
unexpected sound cuts through the silence. There's the unmistakable murmurs of a child. While the sound is eerie enough, did you spot anything else? If we slow it down at the 32-second mark, you can clearly see a child standing by the window. In the blink of an eye, the child disappears from view as the camera swings back. The TikTok clip quickly went viral, amassing over 12 million views and sparking a flurry of speculation and debate among viewers.
I saw the reaction of you when you saw the child standing there.
I did not see it the first time. I'm just like, my brain's like not functioning. I'm just like, did I just see that? Did I not see that? Do you know the first time?
What's interesting is the camera person didn't see it
at
first, which makes me kind of skeptical.
Yes, I will be honest. It's creepy, do you know, like when somebody points that child out, but in the back of my mind, I'm not fully convinced, with a lot of this stuff on this.
Well, like, it's almost like they went by fast on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And The voice sounds like just a regular kid in the background saying, "Mom, mom."
I feel like this is. I've got to be honest. Now I've obviously sat and thought about it. I feel like this is kind of edited. I'm
Yeah,
not
I
convinced with this.
can't say for sure, but like if you go over the kid and you're saying, okay, as soon as I go by you, make sure you run out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't see it disappear. We just see now it's not there.
No, exactly. And I'm just trying to. My mind's playing tricks me because I'm like, did I see that kid in the first 20 seconds? I don't
Yeah, it
even
was
know.
there. She just doesn't pay attention to it
Mhm.
and just goes over it. So the more I talk about it, the more I think this is fake, even though it got you pretty good.
Shall we use the stamp or shall we move on?
I don't think we can stamp this one though.
Okay.
I think we just suspect it's fake.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I don't think we can prove it. It's not proved.
No, I'm gonna watch this after we've obviously done on the air, and I'm gonna watch it back myself just to see if I miss anything.
Well, if you can prove it, we can stamp it next week. Just to...
There you go. There you go. Wow, these are really, really creepy this week. Let's be honest.
All right, we got a really strange one coming up.
Now, I can't believe this is what this is called. It's called He's on Fire.
Yeah, he's on fire, but he's actually not. Gotta watch this.
What the hell's just happened?
You want to play it one more time since it's short?
Yeah, let me play this one again because my head's.
So the question is this: is this fake, or is this literally African witch doctor magic?
I mean, you could make an argument for both cases, with this one.
The only thing I could think is, I don't even know how they would do a fake fire to make it look like that.
Light? That's the key one.
Well, light, but also you got the flames coming up around him.
No, thing is, it is easy manipulated. I will obviously send you a video after because I know how this can be manipulated, but I don't think it's manipulated in this one. It's weird.
Yeah, it could very easily be fake.
GM Joe says that looks fake.
It's hard to say. It's possible that witch doctors could do this kind of stuff.
Are we kind of leading like we said with the last one? We're not 100% sure with this one.
I don't know. I'm 50-50 on it. I don't say 100%. What do you guys think? Is this fake, or is this witch doctor shit?
Like I said, GM Joe says it's fake. There's no other one in the comments at the moment, but
all right,
no?
we got a lot. We can move on. We can close the vault up and put on your seatbelts. Put your seat in full upright position because we're going all around the effing galaxy, brother.
And we're
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt that.
Come on, Captain.
Okay, so this is your captain speaking. We'd like to welcome you aboard the Paranormal flight. The duration will be 30 minutes exactly. So sit back, relax, and Canada Dry, there's free peanuts. I said peanuts, not penis.
Oh, okay. So there's no penis available on this flight today.
Not
Just
at
to
all,
be
not
clear.
at all. Now, before we obviously get into the Galaxy News, we're going to say thank you to one of our sponsors. It's, of course, FTW Wrestling. Canada Dry, take it away. You know a lot more about this than I do.
Yeah, they're great. Largo, Florida. We've had a couple of students on the show. We talked to Natalia about this last week when we had her on an interview. They're just great. Brian Idle, Natalia Markova. I could yammer on about it, but why yammer on when you can just play the clip?
Here we go.
Determination, perseverance. These are the qualities that make a champion. Do you have what it takes to be the next wrestling superstar? Are you ready to turn your dreams into a reality? At Fight the World Wrestling's World Wrestling Academy, we can help you become the champion you were meant to be. Our world travel trainers, Brian Idle and Natalia Markova, are well-known industry professionals with years of experience in the world of wrestling. From the basics to advanced techniques, they are dedicated to help give you the tools that you need to succeed in the ring. Our training program is tailored to challenge you, push you to your limits, and help you discover your full potential. Come join our diverse group of talent. Join us at Fight the World Wrestling's World Wrestling Academy and make your dream a reality. Visit our website or contact us to learn more and start your journey to the top today.
Today.
It was funny even seeing Natalia go today.
That is obviously on our YouTube channel. How was that, by the way? I've not actually had a chance to actually ask you about that.
The Natalia interview?
Yes.
It was my best show I've ever done. What's really beautiful about that interview is it's just two friends talking, and you know, a lot about the people can interview Natalia Markova, but they can't replicate what we got.
Anyway, moving on. From Natalia Markova.
A little bragging.
No bragging. She'll be making an appearance in the Galaxy News, but at first, we've got to start off with somebody who likes to tell lies. Now, if I remember rightly, we've done
Tell
shows
me lies,
where...
tell me sweet little lies.
Dear. So we've done, obviously, shows where we could like do a whole list of Hulk Hogan lies, and we've got another one, funnily enough, and you sent me this, and I thought it was stupid. Hulk Hogan says no... Hulk Hogan says no holds barred movie studios wanted him to be the next John Wayne, but choosing wrestling over Hollywood. What the hell?
Well, I beg your pardon, Pilgrim. I got a problem with that, brother. That's my John Wayne impression. It's not that good. But, yeah, Hulk Hogan, we call him the home of the Whoppers because he lies a lot.
Yeah, I'm just like, really? Anything Hulk Hogan says, to be honest with you, it's just like, really?
Well, it's just ridiculous because he wasn't a good actor.
No, I don't think he was.
No, he didn't have, like, it's funny because he had a lot of charisma in the ring, like in doing these interviews and stuff, but he wasn't able to transfer that over.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's a fair comment, yeah.
So I thought Hulk Hogan was always a charismatic individual, but sometimes maybe it only works when you're on the fly kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, when I think about it, when it comes to his movies, I'm like, yeah, that's not a good one. That's not something I'm going to look back and go, okay.
I think it was when it was finally free on TV is when I actually ended up watching it. I knew several people that actually went to the movie theater to watch this thing because they were big wrestling fans.
Awesome. So I've just been told by the interns we've got somebody backstage. So please welcome Joseph H. Gary. How are we doing?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Joseph H. Gary.
I really wanted to talk about Hulk Hogan. Being a humble guy like me, I could honestly say Hulk Hogan is a very honest man. He never tells a lie, just like me.
Oh, so you actually think that?
I really think Hulk Hogan was in line to be the next John Wayne. He really has that charisma. He's a humble guy. He's an absolutely humble guy.
Now, word is out that you cured the cat of AIDS.
That is true. Thank you very much for all the people that donated to the Neighbor's Cat GoFundMe. If it wasn't for your guys' donations and your thoughts and prayers, the cat would have never been cured of AIDS.
Now, are you able to cure all cat AIDS or just his cat AIDS?
I mean, if other people needed to get the same medical service, I believe they could get it themselves too.
Okay, good job, buddy. Good
So
job.
that's all I just wanted to call in quickly about. I honestly,
You want to stay for the rest of the news, or do you want to just take off?
I'm actually in the middle of a workout right now.
Oh, Ira, getting the
Yeah,
Gary,
with a little kettlebell.
muscles going.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I got to stay humble somehow. Stay humble.
Yeah.
All right. You guys all have a good day and stay humble.
Hey, Joseph H. Gary, can I ask you something really quick?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Are you Caleb's ex-girlfriend?
I don't even know who the Caleb is. If you're. Oh,
Okay.
sorry. My bad. That's right. He's a very humble kid. Yes,
Yeah.
he's very humble. Yes, no, I am not his ex-girlfriend.
Okay.
All right, you guys all have a good day.
All right, we'll catch you later. The search for Caleb's ex-girlfriend continues.
Okay. Maybe that could be a whole show, like just a whole mystery.
The search for Caleb's convinced it's Alex Haney or Luke Walsh or Dallas. He's got them down to those three.
Do you know what? I didn't even know who it was either. So.
Yes. Oh my goodness. What else we got in the news?
Now, John Cena is in the news for two reasons, and I've got to be honest, I don't like either of them. So, which one should we get out of the way first? Should we get out?
Well. Yeah.
Let's get the OnlyFans out of the way, shall we? John Cena has got an OnlyFans. What the actual beep?
I'm confused as hell by this. I think it's for a movie role or something that he's doing, or a TV role. Like,
it just seems weird, doesn't it? Really, let's be honest.
I almost think this has something to do with his other thing that he said, like almost like as a kind of like pay attention to this, not this kind of thing.
Really?
I think possible.
It's stupid if it is. Let's be honest.
Damage control, get people focused on the other story about John Cena.
Possibly. I mean, right. Okay. Let's get the other story out there. They probably are actually linked kind of way. So, John Cena shares his thoughts on the Vince McMahon right now. And before I read these comments out, are you pissed with these? Because I kind of annoyed with this.
Oh, I was mad right away.
Yeah. It really, really pissed me off. So I'll read obviously it out and then we'll obviously give us thoughts. Yep. What is going on? What am I going to do is love the person I love, be their friend, and that by means like, hey, I love you, you have a hill to climb. There's the saying, you don't know who your friends are until the shit hits the fan and you're back against the wall. That doesn't make anything what's going on any easier to swallow, but just telling somebody like, hey, I love you, man, this is going to be the hill to climb. We're going to see what happens, and that's that. Guys, right? What the fuck?
KK, I'm not a Howard Stern guy.
Mm-hmm.
He says this on the Howard Stern show. And even Howard Stern says this to him. He says, listen, I support my friends too, but if my friends do not line up to my values, I'm going to kind of detach myself from them.
Yeah. I think that's a fair comment.
Yeah, that's what Stern said. So, and then John Cena's just he's just pretty much saying, poor Vince McMahon, this is my friend. It's too bad this is happening to him. I'm there for you, buddy. You should sit in the fan. I'm there for you. Doesn't mention any of the victims or anything like that.
Now, I do believe we've got somebody else backstage, so I do believe they might have something to say about this. GM Joe, what's happening?
Oh, not much. How we doing, guys?
You got a hot take on this?
This guy is a complete moron. Like, it's the most tone deaf thing I've ever heard. One of the two most tone deaf things I've ever heard this man say. He needs to hire a PR organization and stop talking about this. He needs to stop talking about the Chinese Communist Party. Like, for as smart as this man is, he's dumb as a bag of rocks.
I have to agree.
I must think it's one of his things is hustle, loyalty, respect. Is this just like ingrained in him then, that to be loyal to Vince McMahon is just part of
I mean, like, but respect is something that is you have to earn, and then you should have to keep it. And if John Cena is respecting Vince McMahon, like that really makes me think twice about the kind of person he really is.
Yeah,
I know he's done a lot of good with like all these Make-A-Wishes and everything, but to basically bend the knee to the Chinese Communist Party to get a movie into China, and now this saying he hopes Vince gets through this, like, yeah, he's basically saying screw all the victims of the world, I don't care.
And here's another thing: is that this isn't the first time he's been on the show.
Yeah. He said he should probably steer clear of that show.
The first time he was talking about all his sexual exploits and how he's happy having sex with fat women and he loves it and
whatever floats his boat, whatever.
And then he buries Canyon on the show too.
Yeah,
he's a horrible wrestler. It's like the innovator of offense, Canyon, who can wrestle circles around John Cena, the 5 moves of doom, right?
Yep, that's fair.
That he's a bad wrestler.
He makes it hard to defend him, that's for sure.
So, like, as far as I'm concerned, and probably Liam as well, probably you as well, I'm saying I'm not supporting John Cena anymore. I'm not going to go see a movie that John Cena is part of. I'm not going to buy any John Cena merch. If John Cena's part of it, I don't want anything to do with it.
Yeah,
I've never seen anything of Peacemaker, so I mean, I don't even support anything he does already anyway, because it just seems really childish and juvenile.
I thought you were saying a John Cena pacemaker. I'm like, they make John Cena pacemakers.
Yeah, I mean, as for me, I mean, I completely agree with you guys. I mean, so much I've lost so much respect from him. You can't say, based on what we've read about what going off with Vince, like, oh, I basically support everything. I'm like, no, come on, man, what the hell?
He's pretty much saying this guy made me rich and famous.
Yeah,
so I gotta love him. That's pretty much what he's saying.
He should have just said no comment, or I'm gonna wait till all the facts of the case come out, or something. Like,
yeah, he could have really saved himself just saying, like,
yeah,
listen, it's a legal case. I might be called to and so I'd rather not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I gotta go pick up my son, so I will talk to you all later. Have a good one.
Later.
Yeah, a lot of people are getting their say in this. They want to know, like.
Yeah, it's. I can't imagine. I've not seen a lot of the comments, but I imagine it's annoyed a lot of people.
For sure. What else we got?
So we've got some more stories, and Nick Nemeth, previously known as Dolph Ziggler, defeats David Finlay in Danger Zone, become the second IWGP Global Heavyweight Champion. The one thing I like about this is now we're seeing the true Nick Nemeth.
Oh, for sure. Like to get his skills out there. Yeah, put the gold on him right away. I love it.
Yeah.
Like, it's smart. You know, you're paying money for these guys. Put the title on him.
No, I think it's a great move. And I mean,
have the Matt Riddle as well, right?
Yes. I mean, I just love the fact that we're getting to see the true Dolph Ziggler, because I've said it for years that he's been underutilized so much in WWE.
Yeah, and I bet you Matt Riddle, he's got a lot more upside than Dolph Ziggler.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He just needs to get his PR shit in check, right? And he'll be able to be back in North America in no time.
Yeah. Just love to. You just love to see it. Do you know what I mean? The people that are out of that system. I always remember his Dolph's obviously promo when he left on TNA, and it's like he did everything under one world. So now we're seeing what he can do outside of that bubble, as I call it.
Here's some interesting news for you. We've heard a lot about Val Venus and his like bullshit about trans rights and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So someone has gone out and bought the rights to valvenus.com, and it now directs them to the trans right website.
Oh dear. Oh wow.
So they're sticking it to Val Venus pretty good.
Dude, well, I remember the right to censor one, but I can't remember exactly what it rerouted you to. Do you remember that one?
Oh, the right to censor took you to
what is the AEW page?
I think it was someone had done that with AEW, yeah.
I thought that was kind of smart because I saw it as a tweet and I'm like, nah, this can't be right. So I literally put it and I'm like,
I totally forgot about that one.
And I'm like, oh, it actually did like reroute you. I thought this is just cool as hell. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I remember the first time I saw that was with when WCW went into business.
Mm-hmm.
It took you right to the WWE link. You're like, no, I want the old WCW page.
Yeah, we've got one more thing, obviously, to end the Galaxy news, and it's something I know you're going to be really, really happy at. So I will show you the image, and I'll let you take it away.
Yeah. Number one contender, Natalia Markova. They have an opportunity to do it right. Like, come on. Is there anyone on that woman's roster now that Camille's gone that can represent the company better than her?
Is she actually officially gone, or is it still rumored?
I believe it's still rumored, but I think it's official, just not official, you know?
Yeah.
Officially unofficial.
So do we actually know when this title match is going to happen, or is it just
they're
down the line?
They're not saying when. They're saying a future number one contender match. Yeah, it's just like we're really trying to push this. It's got a lot of shares. People really want to see her with the belt. It's she had these amazing matches with Camille. It's like it's obvious putting the belt on Hogan in the 80s. You put the belt on Natalia Markova. She's the best wrestler. It's just
News says Hard Times 2025. Is that the next pay-per-view, I presume?
It is, but we don't know that it's going to be it there. They said a future title shot.
There you go.
I don't trust news anymore because he told me the other day that the NWA is now streaming worldwide. And no, it's not.
Damn it, noob.
Come on, noob. Get in the game, noob.
Should we call you Hulk Hogan?
Let me tell you something, brother. Yeah, I think is that it for news?
That's it for news, unless you want anything you want to add before we get into story.
Something else. Oh, Robert Roode.
Yes. Robert
That
Roode.
was the one. Yeah, Robert Roode is now retired from professional wrestling. He'll make a one-off or whatever. But he's pretty much done wrestling. He's retired.
But I do believe he is officially cleared to compete in ring, but I think he's happy doing, backstage stuff.
Yeah, it comes to a point where, you don't want to risk your health. Like, you're cleared, but is it worth it at some point to risk your health?
No. Health. I've said it many, many times. Health is more important than anything.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I knew we were missing one. This Robert Roode, hell of a career, mostly in TNA. He didn't get the love he deserved in WWE. He had a nice start. Like that ring entrance was really cool.
The thing is, it was actually in TNA when I was watching TNA, and obviously teaming with James Storm is probably one of my fondest memories.
Beer Money, yeah.
Yep. And even like I always remember like when he went for the world title, you know, like basically breaking out in a single star. Yeah, there's so many great things. But you're absolutely right. I probably remember him more from TNA.
Yeah, but that ring entrance for WWE,
Oh, well, that entrance
glorious.
was that was awesome. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, for sure, it was good. But so that concludes our Galaxy news. If you would like a transcript, Liam will put it in your email box, and you'll get it.
There you go. There you go. Just reach out after the show, and we'll sort you out.
Yeah, we'll sort the hell out of you.
There you go. Is it time?
It's time. It's time. It's story time. Now, Storytime is brought to you by our good friends at the Kill City Cup. Now, they're doing pretty good here now. They're at 20,000 views. Um, I learned that the prequel
Yes.
to the Kill City Cup might be released in the spring.
Oh, exciting. There's obviously, I remember there's always these, like, I won't say reports or rumors, but we knew about obviously the other prequel and stuff, but it didn't come out for obvious reasons. But I'm kind of excited if this comes out.
Yeah, so yeah, that's what Luke Robert told me. He's looking at the spring. Maybe enough time had cleared for the Teddy Hart incident. So we'll see. We'll see and be watching that. Of course, if you've never watched the Kill City Cup, killcitycup.com or Kill City Cup, just search on YouTube. You'll find it. A hell of a show. You've done a watch along with it.
Mhm.
I love the Kill City Cup.
And just to give you guys a little insight, it's a little video.
Welcome to the Kill City Cup. I got the world by the ball.
Damn it, I need that thing.
That Jeremy Isaacs, Mr. Expert. He's implanted a worm in our brain, gotten us.
Yeah. You know, one thing I like to do is get obviously the one thing I like to do is try and get an interview with April Hunter, obviously who's in the Kill City Cup, because she's done so much in her career, and I'm just excited. You know, if there's one person I'd like to interview from that actual show, is probably April Hunter.
Well, she's been on the channel, but with a bunch of people. Reach out to Luke Robert. Maybe you can get her.
Maybe stay tuned for that one. Right then, so today we're doing the Montauk project. Now, this is an interesting story. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it's full of twists and turns, unexpected stuff. I didn't know what to think of it, but July 12th, 2008, a strange corpse washes up on the beach. And it's different looking.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the size of a large dog, but it's hairless. And it has a little bit of a beak on its nose.
Mm-hmm.
And the people are like, what the hell is this thing? Some people have some theories. And a lot of people believed that it had been the result of an experiment. Because where this had washed up, it was in New York, right near where the Montauk project happened at the Montauk Naval Station many years before. So the Montauk Naval Station was originally called the U.S. Naval Base, and it was at Camp Hero State Park. And this was quite operational. You know, Molly, I can't control when corpses come up. I can't control it. So, yeah, there's this the Montauk project where they had it. It was called the U.S. Naval base in World War II. And you know what they did to hide it from the Nazis and everything? They painted a lot of the equipment to look like houses.
So it's like the illusion type thing.
Yeah, they tried to make it look less like a naval base and more like a house and stuff like that. Like it's part of a community. But so it was closed down. And then when the Cold War started, it opened up again under like secret CIA and all that kind of stuff, the secret societies of the government. And they started doing some experiments there, and it was mostly forgotten about until the 1990s, when Preston Nichols writes a book. He's writing about the sinister history of the Montauk secret operations. You got Operation Paperclip.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Operation Paperclip is the U.S. government pretty much hunting down the Nazi engineers and scientists that are hiding in Europe after the war.
Okay.
Now, the reason why they're hunting them down is not to put them in jail, but to give them new names and new identities. So now they instead of working for Hitler, they can now work for the United States government. So a lot of these Nazi scientists did not get punished for their crimes. So now they're doing some of Hitler's experiments in America. Some such as time travel, mind control, and interdimensional travel. A lot of the horrific things that they're doing, they're testing certain drugs on humans, and they're doing all these experiments, and they're doing it alongside the one that we already know about,
Mm-hmm.
MK Ultra. You've heard of this, right?
Didn't we cover this on a previous show?
I don't remember, but MK Ultra, I believe it's the mind control.
Yes. Yep.
But they're saying that people died because of these experiments. Not only did they die, they couldn't handle what was being done to them and their memories, and they ended up killing themselves a lot of times.
So do you think this was kind of like a psychological type thing?
Oh, for sure. It was all based in the mind, just trying to like they would use high frequency radio waves
Yep.
to alter minds and alter the psyche. They would also torture people to mess with the psyche as well, because once you're tortured and go through things, you're not the same person anymore.
No, not at all.
You're not carefree. You're on edge, and you're in survival mode, kind of thing, waiting for that next thing to hit you, right? So apparently, according to Nichols, they used a lot of these experiments on the staff there as well. It's rumored Charles Manson was under the influence of MK Ultra.
Besides giving
Interesting.
us, yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, could he been an experiment by the U.S. government that went awry? Very
Yeah.
possible. But yeah, the staff members were used these experiments on too, pretty much to wipe up their mind. So, so Nichols is now, I guess he's living in the New York area, and he doesn't remember working for the Project Montauk. He's just living his life, and randomly, people are approaching him, telling him about you're our project director. There's a secret things. And he's just thinking like, you guys are mental. you guys have problems. Leave me alone. At first, he's dismissing it to like mental illness of them. There's something wrong with him, but he would see different people approaching him.
Yep.
And they would say the exact same thing. The same story. And there's stories. So now he's like, what if this is true?
Didn't he also think that it was kind of being pranked as well?
Yeah, he thought that possibly it could be a prank, but he wasn't sure. So he decides that he's going to go down to where the Montauk project was being done.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden he's in the building, and all the memories of everything that he was a part of come flooding back into his mind.
Yep.
Now, this is where I'll make the tag to you.
Thank you very much. So, as you just mentioned there, as he's searching through all the offices, the buildings and stuff like that, he's starting to what is like recall memories that he's never like known before. It's kind of like feeling really, really weird. Now, it was described as like visions in third person, if you know what that means. So,
Yeah.
He basically was like, he's always witnessing him carrying out horrible experiments on young test subjects. You've already described, the tests some things he's obviously been through, so it's kind of creepy and stuff like that. So in his own mind, he's freaked out. I think everybody would be. I'd be freaked out and stuff like that. As he obviously exited the building, for some bizarre reason, he was focused on the 40-foot wide radar dish, which was obviously on top of the building and stuff like that. Now, this obviously loomed over the base, but apparently there was a shocking purpose why this was actually there. Now, this is really, really weird, which really freaked me out. Now, apparently the radar dish was just for high-frequency radio waves, which apparently were launched into like the community and stuff. Now, this was before conducting inquiries into the effects, so it's just, I don't know, it's just creepy as all just like radio waves. We know how powerful they actually are.
Yeah.
So after this, he obviously visited the local police station, and they recalled that things did actually happen in the 1980s, which is obviously what you mentioned, Neil. So it kind of like links to your story. One officer, though, said that when the radar dish rotated, bizarre things started to happen. Now, listen to this. Several people apparently were described as like in a group and just like in a trance-like state, just like focused, solely on this dish. But after that, they obviously regained consciousness and stuff like that. But they were unaware what had happened, why they were obviously, stood together. It was just like they were like brainwashed in a way.
So they pretty much, when this thing went off, it controls them, and they're not sure what just happened.
No, I kind of thought like a mind control type thing, and stuff like with the radio waves. The other thing, which was, it was obviously mass deaths with obviously local animals and birds, as well as residents as well. Obviously, a lot of residents were rushed to hospital with the headaches and nosebleeds. So I kind of think with the radio waves, it's kind of like having an effect on, like, so many different things.
Yeah, so it's not just staying on their little island; it's getting past there.
That's correct, and obviously this has obviously affected animals, birds, people, as we just mentioned there. It's just I never actually realized that high frequency waves would have such an effect, on stuff like this.
Yeah, it's definitely a weapon of sorts. We're not meant to hear these high frequency things.
No, not at all. So a little bit of a thing too with the youths and stuff. Now, apparently, youths were obviously blackmailed by the CIA into becoming test subjects. Now, you've already described in your part what obviously happened. So starved, beaten to death, and it was described as reprogramming the brain, which is similar to what you said, wiping the memory.
Yeah.
So it's like, is this government? Is this the government, like, just testing on things?
Well, it's interesting you say this because it's similar to what a narcissist might do.
Mm-hmm.
So they like to treat you badly.
Yep.
To destroy your personality and then build it up how they want it.
Yep.
Which is kind of what the government is doing here.
Pretty much. So a lot of questions were asked about why they're doing all these like test subjects and stuff. So they obviously wanted to unlock psychic powers, stuff like that. And what was the project from one place to another? So it's kind of like powers and stuff like, to time travel and stuff like that. This is what they were trying to obviously achieve. But the weird thing was they were also encouraged to harm other patients who obviously worked there with the powers. I don't know what the hell was going on underground, let's be honest.
Well, I'm pretty sure they weren't sure if it was working. So if you could actually use your powers on someone, it's considered a success, right?
Exactly. So Nichols, obviously, you mentioned before, he would write obviously books, and he would continue to write books. However, it was the more books he obviously wrote, his credibility kind of like went a little bit downhill, because apparently he admitted that he did put kind of some like fictional stuff in the thing just to like draw people in.
Yeah, that's a huge mistake. You like if this is true, you don't need any more. I need to glam this up a bit. Let's add a Wolverine here. Let's add a zombie over here.
It's honestly, so this is kind of like that little statement alone, adding them stuff like that. It's kind of a bad move. You just mentioned it there.
Oh, absolutely. The truth needs no assistance.
But the interesting thing is, a lot of people will obviously come forth, claiming to obviously work at the military. Two men known as James Bride and Stuart Swerdlow claimed they obviously was abducted by the military, and they said that they were encouraged to hurt other captors by using the powers of the mind, which kind of goes back to what I said earlier on. So everything's connected. Have you noticed everything we've been talking about is weirdly connected?
For sure.
Really, really, really creepy. Now, I've got a little sidebar here. Now, do you remember the USS Eldridge story we covered a while back with the
Yes, that was interesting because a lot of people died in that too.
Now, apparently these obviously were linked because they were talking about time travel and stuff like that. So this is the last thing I've got on this. And Duncan Cameron and Al Biek, I've ever said that right. Apparently they were obviously on the USS Eldridge. There was something went obviously all be wrong, and apparently time travel. I think they said there was 2 seconds. Apparently they went so many years in front. It was so bizarre. But apparently they obviously ended up like appearing, at this actual, facility, weirdly.
Yeah, we didn't learn about this last time when we were talking about that.
No, so, and Now, they were persuaded that the government to close. Now, apparently, on the USS Eldridge, there was something which came out of one of these time things, which went on a little bit of a killing spree, let's be honest, and stuff like that. And this was why the government obviously closed this type of thing down. So these stories are kind of connected. It's weird. I'd like to look into more of this USS Eldridge because I'm sure we've covered it before.
Yeah, the U.S. Eldridge, it had like people merged with the ship and stuff. There were people stuck in the walls. People spontaneously combusting.
And that's the
People
last
just
thing I got.
disappearing.
Yes, there was. So it's kind of linking to the time type thing and stuff like that.
Yeah, so maybe they were disappearing into the past or the future.
There you go. There you go. So that's the last I've got on that. So we've got a bit more time. What do you think? I'm really puzzled with this.
Well, let's just be honest here. Like, we have secret stuff going on all the time, trying to figure out how they can get the next jump in defense. They were looking at what all the stuff that Hitler was trying to research and trying to get. Like, I think they were legit worried that if Hitler found out time travel, we're done.
Oh, for sure. 100% sure. But the creepy thing is, it's like they're trying to obviously erase the memory and stuff, but for whatever reason, obviously with Nickel, sorry, when he was going through the facility, it became like, flooding back and stuff like that. Do you know everything what happened?
Yeah, I wonder about that because magically it's back, right? I don't know if that's part of the fiction.
Yeah, that's the thing, and that's really what kind of put a damp spanner in the works for this story for me is writing a book. We're not going to obviously dispute that, but you don't put fictional stuff in like that because you've lost your credibility big time.
Yeah, exactly. You change one word to another word, and it's all of a sudden done, right? Because you gotta maintain credibility if you're making such outlandish claims.
And that is a knowledge power moment, I think. Hang on, let me get ready. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Remember, kids, telling the truth is always the best policy. There you go.
That's the knowledge power out of it. I love that.
You gotta tell the truth. Don't make up lies.
No, not at all. But it's definitely a weird
Did
thing.
you ever, when you were a kid, did you ever make up stories to impress people?
Oh yeah, I still do it.
I tell people I've got podcasts. Sure you do, Liam.
Yeah, do you know what? Funny thing, people's like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then you actually show me like, oh, actually you do.
Did you actually have people doubt that you actually have podcasts?
Oh yeah, I mean, especially people obviously I work with are like, really? And then I'm like, there you go. Oh, actually, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, it's one of those tough things where it's like that there's stuff going on, you just don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I've always said that there's so much going off in the world behind the scenes. Even we never going to understand everything.
Yeah, like I honestly don't want a backstage pass to that because I don't want to know. Ignorance is bliss, right?
Yeah, this is one of those where it's like the less we know, the better.
So, winding down here, what do you have on the show tomorrow with the magic of wrestling?
So after last week's show was probably a big, powerful episode, but it was really emotional. I remember speaking to Mr. Isaacs after the show going, wow, it was a very powerful episode. It's obviously on our channel. So tomorrow we're going to be taking a full episode of on the Magic Weekly. We're going to be talking so much like different stars because I'm sick and tired of talking about the Vince thing. That just seems to be like taking so much your time and stuff. So we're going to be talking about just a full episode based on wrestling news. And
that's good. That's good.
And of course, don't forget a bit of a rebrand for the garage, I believe.
Yes, we are we're no longer Collision After Dark. We are the Garage After Dark. Saturday night wrestling talk, and we'll cover Collision if it's on, but no, we'll just talk about something else. So, yeah, the Garage After Dark.
Of course. And then to end, obviously, your week, we've got, of course, the All From Wrestling Show. And I'll show you the image and I'll let you tell everybody about it.
Yes. We're talking about the worst wrestlers ever. We're going to talk about, I'm not going to name anyone because it's not time. But yeah, we're going to have a big old list of the worst wrestlers.
Okay. And who's on that show?
It is me, JFB, and possibly Shane, possibly Joe Graham.
Interesting. And then don't forget, obviously, next week for the Magic of Wrestling, we've got not one, but 2 interviews. On Wednesday, we've got Shazza McKenzie, who Canada Dry didn't even realize worked for AEW.
Shazza! Sorry, I sneezed.
And then, of course, on Thursday, we're going to be doing one with Richard Young, obviously, who's done 20 plus years, obviously, in the UK scene. And then, of course, we're going to be back here next week for obviously wrestling with the Paranormal. I don't know what we're going to be doing, but stay tuned.
Well, there's always something interesting when we every Friday here on Wrestling with the Paranormal. Did we get? I didn't see. Did we get more viewers here streaming it to Facebook today?
Yeah. I think to be fair, we've had more than about 7 at one point.
Okay. So yeah. So we'll keep streaming this to Facebook every week, and we'll stream the Garage as well to Facebook just to get more traffic.
Are we doing every show, obviously, on the group page?
No, just this one and the Saturday one, just to encourage people that don't know about our show.
Okay.
And we'll encourage people to subscribe to YouTube, and we'll get everything going there.
Okay. So obviously, let's wind down then because I'm tired, and let's go.
Yeah. So we'll just say this: if you're struggling, if you're tired, and you're beaten down, it's okay that that sometimes you're down.
Yep.
But it's not okay to stay down. You have to rise up. You have to challenge that inner warrior inside of you. You have to pick yourself up, dust yourself off. If you need a friend to help you, call on your friend to help you. Say, listen, I'm struggling. Can you help me? Can you help me to stand up? Can you help me to move forward? And then you can raise your fist in the air, and you can say, screw you to the darkness, and just keep fighting.
Hello. So did you? Very well. So did you do any experiments when you were working at the Montauk?
Yeah, we did a lot of probes. Anal probes mostly.
That kind of explains the episode we did a while back.
Yeah, I had some intel. I cheated a little bit there.